Dave, last night to tonight, a huge change in the attitude and how you played. How did you
I thought we
Proceed what
competed hard. I
happened.
thought we did some really good things tonight. It's, we gotta keep pounding away. When you don't get rewarded for that, it's frustrating, but we gotta keep digging our way out. And, I think this group, the adversity keeps piling on to us, and I like the way we responded. We had a couple of key plays in the game that you'd like to have back, with the turnover on Crosby's goal and Hansel's penalty to put us down. But I thought we battled hard. Overtime, I didn't like the call in overtime. There was either one call or two calls, but not, or there should have been two calls or no calls. And that one, but we battled through that, and unfortunately we couldn't get the one we needed in the shootout.
You get a 2-0 lead. Is there a learned mindset as when you're playing an offensive team like this, or something where you put the foot to the throat on these guys?
Well, man, I thought we were doing that. We come out and the Crosby's goal is, that's an unfortunate thing that happens. But all of a sudden you come out at the start of the period and that happens, and they got life and we're scrambling, and we compounded it by taking another penalty to put them on the 5-on-3 for that long. So, but we got to take some positive out of some of the things we're doing. I thought the Belanger, Wolski, Stepniak line was very good for us tonight. That group of D we got is they're a pretty green group out there, and they hung in there. And there's some positives to that.
You always stress how your defensemen have to jump up and score, but it sure is nice when a line like that, your forwards do their job and just score too.
That's very welcome too. We'd like our defense to score, that's for sure. But anytime a line wants to jump in and contribute, we're all for that also. And it was a tight game. It was a hard-fought hockey game. Both teams played last night, and I thought both teams competed very hard.
Dave, you talked all off-season about expectations being ramped up this season because of what you did. Are you sensing any of that on the ice, some pressing maybe, or?
No, I just think there's been different things. We feel like we certainly haven't found a rhythm yet this year. Some of it's through some injury and suspension to Donor, but some of it just through our play too. Finding where the parts all fit together has been a bit of a chore for us. So it's still a work in progress. The one thing that you can bring every night is that commitment to work and do whatever it takes to try to win. And I thought our guys had that tonight.
Did you sense with Crosby and the Penguins here, did you sense a renewed energy in the building, a renewed sense of purpose and of commitment?
Compared to the last couple of games here, there was great energy in the building, and I thought it was an entertaining hockey game. I don't think there's too many people who are leaving here tonight disappointed with the game. Both teams competed hard to get to a shootout. It was a very entertaining game, so hopefully that left an impression. I'd like to see them leaving with smiles on their face from a win, but we'll have to take a good hockey game instead.
If your shots against are up this season, is that a product of a change in style?
No, it's not a change in style. It's a bit of a product of trying to get our group of D together.
Is it the kind of nut you think that Wolski needed to kind of jumpstart his season now?
Yeah, let's hope so. He played pretty well last night in Dallas too, and like I say, we've got a bunch of guys there that are trying to find their way, and hopefully we're looking for people like that to have a little chemistry, and maybe we can get something going for a while, get a line that's hot, or trying to get people in their right roles here.
He said that he was fed up, and this obviously looked like one of his best games of the year, but he said he was fed up and he was embarrassed with his play, and looking at the game on video, he said it's dirty goals and you have to get in those gritty areas.
Yeah.
Is that kind of something that you sense these forwards need to take in internalize?
Just the way Wolf scored. If you remember some of those goals he scored for us last year when he came here, his goal tonight was very similar to that. It's like puck's bouncing around, and all of a sudden he finds it and shoots it, and it's in. And that's a talent. Like, there's not many guys who can do that. So he's got to get into those areas where the puck's bouncing around. There's usually lots of people around. So it's getting to those areas and coming up with those pucks that makes a difference. He watched some video, and I think you're starting to recognize that he has to, it's hard to score in this league, but you got to go to hard areas to score.
Was that the gist of what you said to him when he sat down for those two games?
Yeah, it's all part of, like, he wants to do very well. Like, he cares. I haven't met a hockey player yet that didn't want to try to get better every day. So he wants to get better, but players are always looking for solutions. When you sit down with them, you try to help them with solutions. So sometimes video, sometimes a little talk, sometimes step back and watch the game. There's different situations that, player is you use to try to make players get out of a slump or get productive again. And you know, the last couple of games has been very good.
A couple of weeks ago, we sat here at the Detroit game talking about how rare an overtime penalty is. That one looked like it was even.
Well, it was a tough one because, like I said earlier, it should have been 2 calls. There should have been a call on Dupuis, on the slew foot, and then the call on Larson, Ekman Larson, or it should have been no calls. And the last minute overtime, I would be a proponent of no calls, but when it's one-sided like that, that's the one that bothers you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.